It's 93.5 KDAY. I'm Brandi Garcia, and I have brought you guys a very, very special guest today. One of my favorite rappers, Common, is in the building.
Thank you, Brandi. What's up?
I'm excited to have you here. Welcome.
Yo, I'm glad to be here. I know this is a legendary place, so I'm glad to be on KDAY for real.
So you're familiar.
Oh man, I grew up on NWA, you know, so I knew like when they spoke about it early, so that's how I got hit to it.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. That was one of my favorite groups, and Ice Cube, all the stuff they did. So I knew about KDAY.
When Common was growing up, you just said you listened to them. Was there any one artist that really like pushed you, made you be like, dang, I want to be like that when I grow up. I want to be a rapper?
Probably Rakim, from Eric B. and Rakim. It was like, cause he was rapping so calm and cool. It was like, man, that just made me want to like be an artist at that point.
Mm-hmm. How old were you?
I was probably like 14. Yeah, I wrote my first rap when I was like 12, and then like when I saw Eric B. and Rakim, it was like, man, I could do this. You know, something about it that I related to that made me feel like I wanted to do it, just because of what he brought to the table.
Did you get to see them in person, or you just, you know? Just...
I was going off the video when I saw him. This video, I Ain't No Joke, but when I saw, I did get to see him in person. I went to see him in public. It was Eric B. and Rakim, Public Enemy, LL Cool J, and I think EPMD. So I saw all them, and you know, anytime you go to a concert, you definitely get inspired. I mean, if it's a good concert, you get inspired as a kid to want to be something, you know.
Mm-hmm. That was a hell of a lineup. We need to do that.
Yeah, that was the lineup, right? Come on.
Yeah, we need to get you for one of our shows. We have our Big Fresh Fest show coming up. We got Mobb Deep, Cameron, Mac 10, Mace, Trig Daddy, Above the Law, J.O. Felony, Second to None.
Yo, y'all gotta get me. Y'all need to get me. I used to listen to Above the Law too, man. Them dudes is raw too.
That's what's up. Well, listen, you got this new album that's out.
Yeah, Nobody Smiling is the name of it.
Why is no one smiling? Because you always smile. Every time I see you, you got a big old smile, just looking all happy. Why is no one smiling?
Well, man, I'm talking about the situation that's going on in Chicago with all the violence and people getting killed. You know, it's been like that for some years, and I feel like, you know, at this point I got to do something. I got to do more. You know, I've talked about Chicago in raps, but now it's like, man, I need to bring the attention to the city and see what I can do to help the people of the city, really. Mm-hmm. So that's what it's describing that, but it's a call to action more than it is like stay sad. You know, it's not that saying nobody smile like let's stay that way, but it's describing if you said this is what's going on, this is what's going on. Common,
what do you think will help?
I think giving people jobs is one thing. I mean, young people to older people, because when you bring commerce into a environment, people like have productive things to do. I think getting better education is something that will make younger people that's in school feel like they living for something, and they got somebody that cares about them. And then different programs is catered towards the needs of those communities. Like some programs just gotta, like, I don't know everything that's supposed to happen, but I do see some things within the community, just activities for people to do. Like, man, I know, like, growing up for me, playing bitty basketball was like, it stopped me from just hanging out on the weekends all the time and not having anything to do. When you ain't got nothing to do, it's easy to get in trouble.
Get into trouble, yeah. Okay, cool. Well, hopefully President Obama's listening because he's in town, so, you know, maybe he can do a little call to action to help you out with that. You know, your Chi-Town homie, Kanye, you did a song with him about the food, so I'm going to play that. We're going to come back, and I'm going to give the listeners a chance to ask you a couple questions.
Okay, cool.
Because we got some interesting ones. One very good one, actually. This is probably one of my favorites. Jessica Turtle wanted to know, are you in love with hip-hop in the here and now? And we'll get to that in just a second. It's 93.5 KDAY. Common in the building right here on 93.5 KDAY. I'm Brandi Garcia. Listener questions.
Yes.
Let's get to it. Jessica wanted to know, are you in love with hip-hop in the here and now?
Yes, I actually do love hip-hop. Like, I really love hip-hop. Like, that's what made me want to make this album. I got excited about the music and the art and the culture of hip-hop. And I think it came from hearing some of the new artists that I think, you know, really do bring something that reminds me of what hip-hop is, like Kendrick Lamar and Ab-Soul, and whether it's Chance the Rapper or, you know, a lot of those artists. I like Lil Bibby and Lil Herb, and this artist named Dreezy who's on my album. She's from Chicago. Like, when I hear young artists doing it and they bring in those elements, like specifically Kendrick's album was an album that, like, it reminded me of when I would hear, like, the Ice Cube albums where it'd be a full, complete album with skits, or Dr. Dre or Nas, you know. So, yeah, when I hear those things, it makes me be like, man, I love hip hop.
Now you got me excited
yeah,
now.
yeah, for real. And then, you know, I can always go back and listen to the great music too, like of other eras also. But I think there's some new artists doing great music.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I like the fact that you are bridging the gap and helping along the next generation of artists to come along, because I think, you know, so many rappers that have been out for a while, they're missing out on the opportunity.
Yeah, well, I think, you know, we connected. I think the younger generation is all part of hip hop, and I don't think music really has an age to it. If it's quality, it's quality. When I was listening to Michael Jackson, I wasn't thinking like, man, how old is Michael Jackson? Or, you know, I'm too young to listen to this or whatever. It's just, did it touch me? Did it move me? And I think, you know, for me to work with the younger artists is just like a chance to platform for them to see a bigger audience and new crowd, and also for their crowd to be like, man, come and mess with us. Like, you know, like I'm getting introduced to some of these the younger generation through some of the younger artists. So we all sharing in the energy.
Okay. Got a couple of other questions I want to get to, but I'm curious to know, since we're here at KDAY, what is Common's favorite old school record? If you had to pick one.
Ooh, that's a good one too. Whoa, my favorite old school record. Let me see. Let me think.
You get to be the DJ. You're DJ Common right now.
If I'm DJ Common, I'm DJing my favorite old school record.
Yeah.
It might be They Reminisce Over You by Pete Rock and CL Smooth. I just love that. Like, so that might be it.
Good selection. Here it is. It's 93.5 KDAY. More with Common in a second. Hey, it's Common the DJ.
Yeah.
That was his selection right there. Pete Rock and CL Smooth, Brandi Garcia hanging out, and his 10th studio album. 10 albums in, I can't believe it. Yeah. Nobody's Smiling is in stores now. You can iTunes it.
Yeah, iTunes, in
the whole nine.
You can get it the right way though.
Absolutely. A couple more quick listener questions. Red's Damien wanted to know, what's the most common question you get, Common?
The most common question I get is, it usually depends on the album cycle, but I always get asked, do I still love hip hop? I get asked that all the time, like, do I still love hip hop? And yes, I do still love hip hop.
Okay, there you go. Mark Phelan wanted to know, this is a funny one, where do you get your razors?
My razors, actually, I got a barber that cuts me up usually, and my barbers whip out the razors, and but if I do, it's usually a Gillette razor, but they use them hand razors, you know, the
right,
straight
the old
razors.
school.
Yeah, because I like my body straight bald, like, you know, when you got a body, you don't want that, like, you losing your hair, you don't want like that George Jefferson to be showing, you know, that so you want to cut clean.
All right, Common, when will you be doing your next movie?
Oh man, my next film, I just finished a film called Selma. Selma is a movie about the Dr. Martin Luther King working for voting rights in 1965, how he and his team and the people of Selma and people from all over the country really fought for voting rights. And it's directed by Ava DuVernay, who happens to be from LA and an incredible director. She did an incredible job. I love working with her. And also, it's produced by Oprah Winfrey and Brad Pitt, and Oprah Winfrey is a part of it. And it's coming out on Christmas. It's a really strong movie. I can't wait till people see it.
That's going to be a nice one. I love the fact that you're really picking roles that are important, that, you know, make a difference and that means something.
Yeah, well, you know, it's like, sometimes I get to play the gangster roles. I like them too. but to get to do a role like this has been, for me, like, to be a part of that film and have something to have meaning and it be quality like this is man, that's one of the highest, like, fulfillments for me.
All right, shout out to Terrence Barkley. That was a listener question from him. Last but not least, recently you opened up, you know, about how you and Drake sat down, squashed all the beef and everything. And, you know, I don't want to get too far into that, but there were some words on records. Yeah. You know. And my question to you is, what was your favorite hip-hop beef on wax of all time?
I probably would have to go with NWA and Ice Cube when they didn't, like, he had no Vaseline. And
yeah, you know, I got to admit something.
But
my intern and I, we were kind of arguing about this, and we were like, which one is he going to pick? And I thought you may pick Nas and Jay. I was like, there's no way he's gonna pick Ice Cube.
Nah,
That's
picked it.
dope.
No Vaseline was a cold record. Like, that dude snapped on that.
All right, well, guess what? I'm gonna play No Vaseline real quick. We're gonna come right back, wrap things up, and we'll get you up out of here. All right, Common in studio. No Vaseline. It's 93.5 KDAY. It's 93.5 KDAY. I'm Brandi Garcia. Estamos aquí con Common.
Listen, we are here with Common. I got
He
you.
was over here trying to speak in Espanol.
Hablo poquito español. Sí.
Hey, dime, papi. No,
Bonita.
Okay, very good. There you go. Somebody taught you well. That's all you need to know. Bonita.
Bonita.
All right, Common's new album, Nobody's Smiling, is in stores now. One last listener question, and it's interesting because, you know, I'm sure you've been doing on a lot of these interviews. Everyone's asking about Erica. Everyone's asking about Serena. You know, all these celebrities that you dated. I don't want to know about that. What I want to know is what Francesca Rose asks. What is your idea of the perfect date, and who will you look for in the future?
Well, I think the perfect date for me is like, first of all, I'm with somebody that I really enjoy being with. Like, it could be a first date or whatever, but they just like fun, good person, beautiful. They like doing different things. So I like to go out and eat. Maybe we can go to brunch or something early, and then maybe go out early, and then go out like somewhere maybe if we in LA, we definitely go like on the Pacific Coast Highway and just go riding and stop somewhere on the beach, chill out. After that, I like maybe freestyling sometimes. I mean, meaning not knowing exactly what we may do, but then later at night, like go to a chill little bar where you can hear good music and there ain't a lot of people there, and then you go home and enjoy yourself.
Well, ladies, that sounds good to me. How about you? No, I'm kidding. Common, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Oh, one more thing. I am running the Chicago Marathon this year.
You are?
Yes, I am.
Oh.
And so I wanted to tell you, want to join? No.
Man, my skills ain't there yet, but I got to commend you on that, though.
Okay, cool. All right, social media. How can people reach out to you?
You can give me an @Common on Twitter, @Common on Instagram, and also on the thinkcommon.com website.
Perfect. New album, Nobody's Smiling, in stores now. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Yeah.
We love you here at KDAY, and I'm going to let you be the DJ one more time, and Common, you get to pick one more record to roll out to.
Okay. I mean, in honor, since KDAY is definitely one of the greatest stations ever in hip-hop, and it's always promoted West Coast music, too. So I want to give it up for NWA, so let's get it in Straight Outta Compton. That's the joint I love, so let's do that.
Love it. Let's do it, Common, right here on 93.5 KDAY.